Hello and welcome back to Where Choose the Last Reward. And we're going to pick up where we left off. Going outside. The knock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. Just get it over with. Okay, here we go. God, why does he count all the time? 3, 2, 1. You found it.
Hey, hold on a minute. There's something... I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Yeah.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer to that. Oh, look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course! This machine must be here so we can just make all of the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that. In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one!
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again? I didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelivir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled out the vial of my pocket. See, it's written right here on the label. Excelivir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine to blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
Didn't realize until they started to hurt that I'd curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He petted his pup gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
That's not fair!
This game isn't about compassion, and it's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine, I promise.
Sigma!
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works, but don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and, well, you know what happens. See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
One last self-satisfied chuckle. Dio strutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1 means I'll get penalized.
But that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, Quark will.
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. We had so many of those walking scenes cut out. Not cut out. They just didn't happen. Because, oh wonder, the urgency must have made them take them out. At least the door opening and the like. We had a lot of walking, but not to this extent in quite a while. I forgot how annoying it is already. And I'm right back at remembering that it is annoying. I mean, why did they even leave that in? Any special reason for that?
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands was a moon key card. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I glanced around the warehouse. Liz and Kay were back. As was Phi. And of course, Clover. Where's Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
Laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover but held it.
I see.
So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? I only shook her head. With an unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
What a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few steps behind. Okay then. Guess we should be going
Hold
soon.
on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So, in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it. Mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
I started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. What? Then she suddenly stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. Alright, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When a body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. We assume the brain currently operates on a 1-to-1 basis. Yeah, we read that in the secrets last time, so basically the gist of it is that the Radical 6 slows down the brain functions, making everything seem so much slower. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.48 seconds have passed inside. So therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.54 seconds, or the root of 6 seconds have passed. Yeah, that's you're slower, not the outside world is slower. You're way slower. And oh, because of radical, is radical the root? Or radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation. Oh, so that's why it's radical 6, because it's the root of 6. The function inverse to the taking over power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit unaliving. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there isn't yet no direct link between unaliving urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason will become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in the time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information, unable to keep it up. It begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to unalive themselves, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable object. So I have continued my efforts to discover an alternate means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workload treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from unaliving are piled up along the roads leading into and out of the town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survive the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Yeah, I felt like reading this a second time. It's kinda heavy. Well, that's a lot of information. Now we know what a virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge
To unalive themselves? Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to unalive him.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet.
Yeah, just quick reminder that if I skip something of the like, it is because YouTube does not like the words that I'm skipping. So, don't take it personal. I just try to replace it and skip it as fast as I can.
What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Accelavir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing ever even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters? Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That'd be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then, once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up.
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the Nonary Game? The point of this place is to save us. Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Phi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
And with that... she was gone. Man, I let out a long tired sigh. Started off too at the infirmary. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Phi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake, mine and Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to unalive him. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to unalive himself before he got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and it was with Accelerate. Fortunately, you had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark, or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa! Grandpa!
He shifted a little and fell silent again. It was enough though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. I had considered letting Quark die even for a minute was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way I was going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Now, any uncertainty I had felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter if no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed. Any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What am I
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice will betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Miuchi's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright, take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Miuchi and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. Another person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
The bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the accelerator from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose ally, no matter what, but a part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now I'd made sure I wouldn't get a chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyuchi's stories.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha. You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
They continued briskly toward the AV room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice grumbled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up.
Confusing. Why can't he just stay outside? What's up with that? That's a weird or an odd choice of defining that.
Come on, Luna.
Alright, either way, let's go.
Right.
They headed off the trot toward the second room from the right, and we are soon out of sight inside it. Alright, Clover, time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Trey.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses ally and we choose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can't guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran to a demoting machine. No, stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled her backward with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess it was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to kick me.
But
Trick me.
You're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry. But, okay, just a second. It's a wildly different interaction between Clover and Sigma here than the other route. Where she even tried to badly convince Sigma about doing everything he wanted or something, one thing he wanted. Like, she'd even do that. It's so off. But this thing, it looks more like she really cares about him. Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave him a best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
If I find that I can choose Betray, though.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Chloe and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. I think she would have tried to tell me. I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the result screen.
Sigma!
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Oh, we have multiple.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative!
Suddenly all eyes went on me. I felt their weight, stood my ground. It was the result I expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing to my veins, but I knew it was there. It was to be the anesthetic Soberil. Blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and gave out entirely as I crumbled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out the blur that had been to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn. You'll keep your promise, goddammit. I groaned and with Herculean effort lifted my head and then shook my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow, I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio, and then at last. The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back? Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
Don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it!
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gave it as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled a vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled a tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Excelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right, of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. At least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the Soparil, which put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the Tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles.
I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Superil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5. Give or take a little. In 5 minutes I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I salve myself? Oh, there had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Let me guess. Another to be continued. Oh god. So far we didn't even manage to get into one wide door. We had a lot of to be continued. So didn't expect this. So did we get an answer to this? This changed. Alright. Here I am again. Oh god. So if I right click, it turns back to the gameplay, and if you're just finished the route and are to the end of it, then you get how do I explain this? You get this a new game plus thingy where it just starts from the very beginning, unless we choose something here. So that's why I had to stop for a second here and go for another one. All right, we found something, so let's go here. I guess we found the answer to that one. As far as I'm aware, the answer seems to be that it's Radical 6, I guess. So, lots of cutting to do for editing, Gloomy, I guess. Yeah. So what you just saw was Sigma putting all the evidence he found together through multiple playthroughs, I guess. And this is the answer he came through. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to unalive. Suddenly Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her waist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She unalived.
What? No! There's no way she'd do that!
It's true. She stabbed Horde with a scalpel.
Alright, where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
so she could have taken that scalpel then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the
Then
truth.
why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
I am.
Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Phi, can you? I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully she drew something out. There was it. The journal. Phi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn it to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Eyes frowned deep, and she did as I just suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just knew.
You just knew? Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Phi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to unalive. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own unalived. The uninfected have only barely managed to survive and have been sent into the underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Oh wait, we get a brief version of this one. I shut the journal down with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, recording, the conversation with Tenbyuchi, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments the only sound of the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Phi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened.
Yeah, because she most likely would have infected herself with Radical 6 way before she has been locked up in here.
So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. And with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh right, Quark's got a yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Is it just me or did Sigma just spout some complete nonsense? It doesn't make any sense what he just spoke, but the actions are fitting because I guess no, we don't know
Quark!
what bracelet Quark is.
You're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey! Where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Temyoji's entire body shook with emotions as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be Corporal, Temyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Temyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief. And I could see tears twinkling down from his wrinkled corner of his eyes. Odd choice of words. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reading, but we were running out of time. Still, Temyoji deserved a few minutes. I left him alone. At last, Temyoji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
I'm sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kinda silly.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. Something about the way he described just made me think of Sigma just standing there dancing like a clown while Temyoji and Quark are having a reunion moment while Quark doesn't understand anything and Temyoji is breaking down into a crying mess. Oh god. This is a brain image. Way. I got a feeling that Temyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. The urgency in which they slowly enter the elevator, move downstairs, wait till the elevator. This takes off any sense of urgency you have here. It's ridiculous. Why would they? It's such an odd design choice. Why make it like that? It's so irritating. And I know I've been talking a lot about this, and it's really, really irritating for me, so I hope you don't mind. And if any of you feel the same, just drop a comment. It's annoying the hell out of me, so it must annoy someone else as well.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake!
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes on which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go!
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Director's office. This is a wild one. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So, this might be Zero Zenio's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Alright. But I'm a little strained for time today. So we'll be checking out this room the next time. But let me quickly just give you a full round view of the room. As we are indeed able to turn ourselves, and also there's another door. Is it... where are you going, Sigma? That's a door we came in through. No point going back out of it. Even if you go all the way back, you'll find... all you find is a closed chromatic door. You do know that, right? Ah, yes. So, I'ma be seeing you next time. And sorry for all those cliffhangers lately. I have a little less time. See you next time. Bye bye.